God, I am fucking tired. Energy drink should help me wake up, though. Alright. I've been so fucking lax on the YouTube VODs for the past, like, 2 weeks of streams. So once again, as always, I have built up this gargantuan backlog of, like, 30 VODs, which I've just gone through the other day and named, that I need to upload eventually. Oh, right, I gotta switch to the... Gotta switch to the game, so that you can see the thing I'm doing. Ah! Nah, you didn't get me. Get fucked. Ow! Alright, okay, I see what's happening here. I didn't do anything wrong. Ow. We always gotta start off the stream with... Oh, that was loud. I should probably turn the volume down on the duck squeak. We always gotta start the stream off with a bunch of abuse, do we, Tyler? Is this just the way it is? I was waiting in the wings for the moment you appeared on screen. I can't hear you, lol. That's all I'm doing, and now I disappear into the night. Ugh. So rude. Boy, girl, and dog. Onward. Huh. Can I now go? Yeah. Okay, it took just going here one time to be able to go anywhere else for the fucking quests. That's hilarious. Alright. So we start the stream off with side quest. Oh my god, I think I just had a stroke.
Did you hear?
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Aww. That makes me really sad. The hunt is available in this region as well. Fuck, I didn't see where. I didn't realize. Which means I have to go back to the hideout to look up where it is so that I can go back there and... Another new one? What? Oh yeah, it'd be this one.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
In case you've forgotten, Twinside's under siege. So Don't be surprised if they...
Yeah. The croc. Or clock. Or glock. Or cock. You cock. Where the fuck? It is here, right? Yeah. Somewhere. Huh. I don't know where it is, though. Like, where did it say? I'm confused. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The croc. Sanbrek. Maybe I just don't have access to it yet. I'm gonna look it up, because I'd like to know. Oh, there's an area I haven't been to. Oh, I'm literally not there. Okay. Okay. I have figured it out. And what better to bring to a bomb fight than my ice friend, who definitely has not been accruing a scary and dangerous amount of those flags. Definitely not. I literally don't have anything else I can fucking level up. So... Like, I am out of, like, things to spend my ability points on that I'm not actively using. Do I have an accessory for Judgment Bolt? I mean, probably, but I don't want to get rid of any of these, because... I keep on reading this fucking one as Dire Wolf Ass. Hmm. You know, I suppose we could experiment. Who likes experimenting, though? I don't really like Thunderstorm because of how long it takes to fucking cast, if I'm being honest. So, like, why don't we mess around with some abilities? Let's unlearn Thunderstorm. Let's try... Like, that seems like really fun. Wow, that takes a lot of points to level up a master. What's the difference? I can't tell a difference. There might not be one. Oh, I don't even have the ability points to master that one. Like, fully. Are these the abilities I should strive for in the long run? But don't they have, like, insanely long cooldowns? Like, I was under the impression I probably wouldn't want to use them, right? Orb of Lightning. So what I'm seeing is Judgment Bolt is decent. But there's another ability called Lightning Rod, which I'm like worried I'm getting into spoiler territory here, I guess by looking up these abilities. Suppose I'm not supposed to really know about some of these. No surprise I'm getting like Odin and Bahamut and Shiva. Odin, Bahamut, Shiva. So that's the last three I'm getting then. Still no mention of the water one though. And then there's Lightning Rod? Small critique of Final Fantasy XVI's ultimate abilities. Lightning Rod pulses every time it's hit. Oh, that's Blind Justice. Oh, and that's Lightning Rod. Oh. Lightning Rod into Ignition. Oh, I see. So, like, some people are saying that kind of thing. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking up stuff. Hmm. Games Radar. The best abilities in Final Fantasy XVI to buy first. Burning blades with recovery, yada yada yada. Yeah, that kind of shit, whatever. Alright, people say Judgment Bolt is like a good ultimate ability. So I guess if I'm gonna pick an ultimate ability to fuck around with, it'll be Judgment Bolt. Man, that cooldown is low. I think I'm accidentally taunting, lol. Yeah, that cooldown is not... As opposed to this. And I can just watch the two against each other. Yeah, they're still not back. Yeah, I don't think that's very good. Ah, yep, there it is. I don't know if that's worth it, if I'm being honest. Maybe this. Maybe. It'll incentivize Clive to get in there more often with his stupid, with the stupid auto combat ring. I'm gonna look in here first. This Kingdom Hearts 2 ass looking manor. Alright. I went the wrong way! I'm an idiot! I followed the marker and not the map. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. There's no minimap though. Is there a setting for a minimap? Hold on. I just realized. Nah, you can get me. Get fucked. Hmm. Oh. I guess not. No minimap. That's frustrating. And that's why. Huh. You know, I think I found our hunt. Bum 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 bum. No, you're still placed here. What?
Greetings, Your Majesty.
There's no stagger bar for it. There's no stagger bar for it. Oh! Yacht! Yatte! Thank you for the raid. You Oh! Oh, this is the worst raid ever. I don't stink. As in the sniff way? Yeah, okay. I don't stink. Ow. How you doing, Yart? I blame Wing Fatty Links. Ow. Really, really tired. That part of the game is exhausting. Listen, he asked for a raid message, okay? And your raid message was to tell everyone, like, to tell everyone that I stink? Did I stinky? Did I smemmy? And you didn't tell yourself. Don't share the secret. Shh, no, Winged. No, shh, it's a secret, Winged. We are looking for smell particles. If I had arm tracking, I'd like lift up my arms and like smell my own pits.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Yeah, Deep Nest is fucked. So, good work for getting through it. If you have gotten through it, actually, I guess that's an assumption.
If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Let's go here. But yeah, if you need to do your after stream care, Yurt, that's totally fine. I suppose I should do the thing and introduce myself, because, you know, you just rated. I am Aretha, I am a dragon on the internet, and I am a variant streamer. You reach the end of the zone, but you can't finish it. You should still have found a stag station if you reach the end of the zone. So, you should be good. You can come back there anytime. Yeah, I'm Aretha, variant streamer, dragon on the internet. You stink. I don't stink,
I wasn't
cheesy!
expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a
No!
amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
We're in debt, and we're giving...
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
No.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't
Oh
mean
my.
you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome neither.
Martha?
That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Martha? Ugh. You flirt.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
You flirt, Martha. But yeah, I stream every day, except for... Oh, it's hard. It's like my Sunday. I'm Australian, mate. So like my days are different than your days. But yeah. I'm gonna pick up this and beat some spiders up. Yeah, no, that's not... That ability is not gonna work for me, Clive. Not if you're gonna just sit there and attack it. No thanks, buddy. Let's see. I mean, I suppose we could do this. This ability... Or maybe even one of these rapid hit ones. Let's do this. Ah! Ah. Loud and clear. I'm drinking. Yeah, let's do Rook's Gambit. But yeah, do whatever after stream K you need to yurt. I can't remember. Do you have a PS5? Yes. Ah! Ow! Ah! Get it off! It hurts! I can't see! It's fine, luckily the auto combat in this game just means I can mindlessly hit the square button until the enemy's dead. Ah! I already just drank! A little more! Alright, fine. No one tell them it's not water I'm drinking. It's tasty go-go juice. Kill all the killer bees! Alright. I don't even know why we're here. Ah! Angry flowers!
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
Oh, that's right. The absolute quest, the quest I absolutely do not believe could possibly exist.
Over here! Get him!
Alright. We got our dog some food. You know what? You know what we haven't done this stream? We haven't pet the dog.
Now,
Pet the dog or riot.
will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Big doggo. Oh, I love him. No, pet, not jump, pet.
When did you get so big?
I love him. Alright. All three of our quests are now back in the hideaway, so... oh, what's here? What's the plus here? UHH.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
And he's gone. The whole Mother Christmas.
There's -1 in the reward requests queue. I don't... Okay.
Calm yourself. We don't know. My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Fuck him!
Please.
Fuck that guy!
To apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I spent like half an hour petting and playing with the Palamute in Monster Hunter Rise when I found out I could do that. You petting Toggle only comes to show that every game needs that feature. 100%.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No, no, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is...
Yeah.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac.
That will be very kind of you.
Yep.
Farewell.
Alright. While I have at least some people here, I don't know how many people are still hanging around after the raid, I would like to start doing a community night stream. It would be tomorrow's stream, essentially. And we will play games like Overwatch or Rocket League or like Phasmophobia. Like games that are either cheap or free and that are like multiplayer. Games that like everyone might already have. Like a lot of people have Minecraft, so maybe like Minecraft multiplayer with everyone. Like I get a server or some shit. Like I want to have a community night with people. And I just want to sort of gauge interest in that. I want to see how many people would be willing to join in and play games. Because, like, it's not a community night if I'm just playing a multiplayer game by myself. You know what I mean? So I want to hear what you guys, what you all think about that idea. Like, what's the likelihood that you'd, like, join in? But just playing one night. I would make community night streams fairly long, for what it's worth. And if it was a Minecraft server, it would be open outside of the stream. Like, you can play the server whenever you want. Yeah, but like, if it was something like Overwatch or some other multiplayer game as well, you know? I punched the bird. Guys, I punched the bird. I punched the bird. Made KFC. I punched a bird. I battered him, and then I fried him. Kentucky Fried Chocobo. It's funny that KFC, like, the Chocobo also stands for C, so it works like for that. It works so well indeed. I punch a bird, I make a KFC. Stop punching my bird! Slay the enemies! Will do!
Got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Bonk. You motherfucking magic using piece of fucking human filth. Get your dick ground into mush. I don't know if they like that or not. Oh, No, I did not need that really gory fucking death sound at the end. Man, in Final Fantasy 16, I love the way they choke on their own blood post-death. OMG.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamil.
Fucking hell.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make
Oh, he's using his pseudonym.
Formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Samurais. It's a katana. Is that what we're saying? Samurais? Samurais. It's a katana. It's samurais.
That should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Byron!
Lord Byron Rosfield.
He's my uncle!
Perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
That's my uncle!
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Byron Rosfield's my uncle! That's my uncle.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
That's my uncle! He's not my dad, but he's my uncle. That's my uncle. It's kind of like my dad, but not. He's my uncle. That's my dad's friend. My dad's brother? That's what uncles are, right? I've forgotten how family trees work. That's my dad, but not.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Oh, yeah.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Speak with Harpocrates. Come here, book boy. Why, just this very morning I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a doggo. Woof, woof, woof. Doggo, doggo, doggo. Cool. Are they suggesting that Torgal will have transformations of, like, the other elements, then? Is that what they're suggesting? I don't know where I'd... Here. Maybe not.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully he'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
Yeah, he's gonna like this.
you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
What?
Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, Excalibur? There's no way I'm going to be able to make that immediately. That sounds like an endgame weapon. Also, we're not at the endgame yet. Maybe it's not an endgame weapon. I can make it.
So, will it be?
Holy shit. Well, obviously, I'm gonna do it.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Oh, that looks so cool too. Look at it.
He cracked the crystal.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy. Ned told me she was building a ship.
Otto, we do have to talk to you. Or, no, we have to talk to you.
In case you've forgotten, Twinside's under siege. So don't be surprised if they're picking.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
I can accept that.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day.
Is this quest gonna make me cry?
Which is where I met him.
Otto.
Passage to... oh, forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him.
Ah! This is not the time! This is the sad quest! Don't come in my face!
Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again.
Yes, it is definitely water.
Too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Oh!
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Oh, I'm gonna be sad. This is a sad quest.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
No.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk,
Oh.
but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Hey.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he
Oh my
went.
fucking god.
But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Oh.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Oh my fucking god.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Oh.
Already have.
So most of these quests have been like... Yeah. Most of these quests have just been like... nonsense, like... I need this material. You go run and get that material. Thanks for getting me this material. Here's 20 pieces of fucking shit. And then that one...
Expecting you back so soon.
That motherfucking quest.
For ya.
Oh my god. No, that quest has made me cry.
Here for another of my lectures.
I want to get rid of.
Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive.
I'm alright. I'm alright. But crying is nice, you pee less afterwards. That is not true. That is not true. That's not how the body works. You do not cry pee. That's just not how that works.
Alright there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That Spanish mom knowledge, therefore it must be true.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good... You're a gent, Sid. Right then.
Like how Vicks Vapor Rub is a cure-all, yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, Vicks Vapor Rub it probably does have a lot of helpful properties. So, here in Australia, right, our version of that is, like, probably either, like, vitamin C. Yeah. Yeah.
And it worked.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut this.
Yeah, whatever.
No need.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take
Oh?
that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the
Hold
Olympic.
on.
Use it to breathe new life into old bones.
More
I reckon
potions!
if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll...
Well,
More potions! More potions! That's actually really fucking good. If it gives us 3 elixirs, I highly doubt it'll upgrade the elixir amount. But if we get 3 elixirs now, we will literally be unfucking killable.
Well, what do you reckon?
it certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag.
Buddy. Buddy, please. The phrasing. Please. Oh my fucking god. That's almost as bad as Tomes being like, why, just this morning I found him with his nose buried in my nuts. Please.
I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
I cannot handle the whiplash of a character dealing with the grief of losing their best friend for 20 years to this man talking about rubbing my bag. I cannot handle that whiplash. That is too much. Okay, potions and high potions and the tonics have gone up. Yeah, I was gonna say, if they increased their elixir size, that would be absolutely fucked. Fucking Final Fantasy 16 has the balls to be like, I've known him for 20 years and he didn't ever show me emotional vulnerability once and now he's dead and I don't have the opportunity to. I rubbed something on your back to make your balls, I mean potions, more.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Oh, I don't have... Whatever. This game.
Is it business or pleasure?
When is it not pleasure, Karen?
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Alright, never fucking mind, I guess.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Desert Rose by any other name. Does she have infinite? That seems like she has infinite.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm not.
Better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Alright.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not.
Oh my god. Karen. How many quests do I have to do for you before you don't treat me like a bitch? Alright, we can continue with the story now. Now that we've stopped crying over the death of our friend. Like little bitch babies. Bum bum ba ba. Bum ba bum ba ba.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Translation, we'll be fighting bandits as random encounters. These are not bandits, the game has lied to me. Bam! Babies.
So what do you think?
That we'd be like...
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
Danger on the road.
There's danger on...
What about this fearsome...
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been...
How does a merchant misplace his cup?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a think...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards...
We may have seen our share of action, true, but...
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't... Chances are they'll come for you either way. But...
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway...
You've clearly got a fine head.
We're lucky you came now. Hoping to reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if...
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits.
I know what's gonna fucking happen. These guys are gonna try and... these guys are the bandits. These guys are the fucking bandits. I'm gonna walk down there, and they're gonna be like, "Get fucked, you fucker! I'm the one to take your shit because you look like it's 2 against 1, haha. Except I have a dog and a woman, so it's actually, you know, like a half and I don't know, like half. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they are suspicious as fuck.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Treat for doggo.
After it.
Yeah, I don't trust those two at all.
We've got guests. These must be our bandits. Get 'em.
Isn't it funny when you do a very flashy thing and their life doesn't go down as much as it should? I'd argue that I'm, like... I'm doing very flashy things. But, like, I guess because I've played the game enough, their life is going down exactly as much as I expect it to. But that could just be me. Fucking mages!
You're finished.
Level up? Level up? No level up.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that card?
Yeah, they I'm gonna go back and see them. Because I bet they're not there anymore. Oh no, okay. They're still there.
You'll be doing Botclad a favor if
You just see a flaming slash. Like something like this. Boom, like that. It's hot enough to, like, burn the ground, turn a bit of the sand in the ground to glass. You know. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
I don't trust these guys.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Oh, these guys. Hey, we leveled up.
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Yeah, there's this really occasional dog petting emote that only happens sometimes, where you like pet his butt instead of his like head. And I've only ever gotten it to happen like twice. Oh no, I've got it now. I've got like a consistent butt pet. It alternates every time.
After it.
He's a good doggo. He's a good doggo. He's a good doggo.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path
continues on the other side.
That's an encounter of enemies. Alright. I swear to Christ. Mage enemies. There we go. It's kind of funny, actually, but the charged attack is actually one of his weakest attacks. It's only slightly more powerful than just swinging the sword. So... Oh, that's a cool sight. What's the point of it then? Because it's slightly more powerful than the basic attack?
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Oh?
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
They're pretty.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Meanwhile, seat of the Imperial Court. Sorry, I'm reading that on my screen, but that's probably not lined up for you guys at all.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
Athamim.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed.
Yeah, we did that.
The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
For a bit of context, he is the Bahamut dominant.
I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
That's the first time we've heard Olivier talk.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
God, what is it with her and blood status? She's a regular fucking Malfoy. Alright, now that the cutscenes are finally over, I can answer your question, Winged. I just wanted to do it with, like, a demonstration. So, like, let's pretend that the enemy is this particularly large tuft of grass, right? Yeah, these attacks are faster, right? And so it's more DPS. But let's say the enemy is doing something where I have to, like, run away for a second. So, like, while I'm running away, I can, like, charge it. And then he does his big attack, and I go, boom! And then go back and attack. But there's even more complicated combos than that. For example, I can do something like this. It's like, do the Wicked Wheel attack, which makes me go up, do the, and charge in the middle of the air, right? Like, you can charge in the middle of the air while doing Wicked Wheel. I did not do that quite properly. Yeah, so, like, you can, like, do Wicked Wheel to knock the enemy into the air, do that attack to slam on the ground, and then while you're doing that attack, charge another one, like that. the benefit is, unlike most video games where the charged attack takes like 2 or 3 whole seconds to charge, this thing charges in like half a second's button press. Like, that's how quick it was. Hold on. I think you can chain them together. Yeah, that's how fast they charge. Right? So the fact that you can use it together with other combos, like Wicked Wheel into the Downward Strike into the... that, like, that's really strong, right? So yeah. You can charge it not only while you're running, but while you use the animations of other skills. Like this, actually, is another one. The Phoenix Shift is like, you teleport and hit something, and you can charge it like... Oh, maybe you can't charge it during that one.
His Radiance has lost 1 capital already.
Yeah, okay. But, like, you can charge it during a lot of other stuff. Oh, this is a huge area. And that's a shop. Alright.
But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
You got in my eye. It's in my eye. Okay, it's alright now. I'm out of my go-go juice. Oh, there's finally a fucking driver for my delivery. A little eye moisturization as a treat. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I love it. Yeah, so how the combat works in general is you have all these different iconic abilities that you learn as you play through the game, right? And so the diamond-shaped ability is on circle, and it is equipped in this slot, right? It's like you're sort of equipping the whole icon, yeah? And it generally doesn't do much on its own. Some do, like, but very, very little, right? That doesn't look like a basic combat. So, like, the fire icon's basic ability is to do this sort of teleport, but it'll teleport to an enemy. When there's no enemies around, it's really short range. The wind one is that I grab the enemy and pull them to me. Like, yoink, yank, you're next to me now. The thunder one is like... when I hold it, I sort of go into, like... fucking target practice, and I hit, you know... No, it's definitely not that basic. So here's the thing, yeah? Oh, you can just press it, you don't have to hold it. Okay, yeah. You press it to go in, like, aiming mode, right? And at any point, you can switch between these three. You see the icon on the top left next to my health bar? Every time I press a button, ow! I can switch between the three. So, like, in the middle of combat, I can be like, I'm going to do this ability and hit them with a bunch of lightning, and then do this ability and switch to fire to hit them with a bunch of close-up attacks, but then switch to this so that I can do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then, you know, like, fucking combo them all together, right? And then on each icon, you can also equip 2 abilities, but the cool thing is the abilities don't have to match up with the element of the icon. So, like, this slot has Ifrit equipped, or Phoenix, I guess, right? But the 2 abilities I have on it are both are 2 Titan abilities, yeah? You can have any abilities equipped into these slots. And there is no bonus for equipping same element abilities either. It's not like this ability is stronger because it's equipped on the same element as the icon. So you get rewarded for having a variety of abilities. So, and every single icon comes with like 4 abilities, and Phoenix is a bit special because it comes with 6. So there are loads and loads of abilities to pick from, way more than you can equip at any given time. And because you can't equip them mid-fight, and you can refund abilities at any time with absolutely 0 consequence to learn different abilities if you want to, this system is extremely forgiving and rewarding. Like, in that time I was talking, I just picked a different ability. And now instead of having the tornado attack that I was talking about before, you know, the link up special smash attack, I have a different attack where I go like, you know, like, it's so flexible and customizable. Change my mind. I don't want that attack. I actually want an attack of a completely different element, right? I'll get this one instead. And then I can equip it. And now I have this attack instead, where I go and fucking charge them. Like, the flexibility you have with combat is, like, fantastic. It was this one, yeah. And so you use these abilities by, like, switching to the set that you've got equipped. You'll see in the very bottom right, you can see, like, when I change, it changes which 2 are equipped. And then you can customize your combat style however you want. Yeah. And using these abilities is as simple as pressing 2 buttons at the same time. Like, pressing square normally does my basic attack string. But, like, if I hold R2, square changes to the ability that I've got equipped on that and on that icon. So, like, on Ramu, I've got Pile Drive, which is like this. But then if I switch to a different icon, it's a different ability. Right? And, like, the amount of flexibility with it is my favorite part. It's, like, hugely, hugely flexible, right? But what they might have been talking about is this. It's an accessory. It's an accessibility accessory, which I am frustrated with. I'd rather the accessibility settings just be settings and not things you have to equip. But this means that you don't have to like just spamming square will make your character automatically switch to different forms, use different abilities, use the movement ability, sometimes do charged attacks when it feels necessary. Like, it will use all of your different abilities in a really intelligent way without you having to, like, think about it. And it's kind of like an easy mode, right? So, like, if you get invested in, like, complicated combat systems, you can be like, okay, I'm going to plan my combat. I'm going to Phoenix dash in. I'm going to do the thing that makes me jump in the air, followed by this one, and then this one, because those combo together really well, you know? Or you can equip this ring and just turn your brain off and hammer square. So you can choose whether you want to have the combat system be fully under your control, or whether you can just turn your brain off and let it figure it itself out.
More refugees.
That sounds pretty boring. Like, what's cool is to planify and do what you ever want. That's totally reasonable. And so if you play the game, you will probably like turn it off. Like, you won't use that ring. Right? See, I'm just pressing square, but like, I've used different abilities, I've changed forms, like, whatever. Because I'm okay with, like, it playing for me. The turning brain off part is for people who like me, who are here for the story and get easily overwhelmed with that kind of stuff. Absolutely. I didn't use the combat ring until I got the 3rd icon. I was able to track it when I had 2, right? But the moment I got the 3rd one, my brain was like, that is too many for me to track. Too many things to keep track of. Just gonna equip the ring and turn my brain off, right? But I'm planning, so this game has New Game Plus feature when you beat the game, and the New Game Plus feature... The New Game Plus feature it gives you an added new difficulty that makes the game harder than anything else. It increases your level cap by another 50. It does all this crazy shit. And you have to beat that New Game Plus to get all the trophies, which means I'm going to be playing the game at the least twice, but I don't know about on stream. But I'm planning to not use the Ring of Timely Strikes on the New Game Plus playthrough, and I'm just going to fucking get good, right? I'm going to learn how to combo these abilities together properly. I'm going to clip that one because it's funny to me. Like, you didn't even pause. Yeah. Just completely blew right through the whole duration of the box. That's alright. But yeah, like... I'm enjoying playing through the game the first playthrough with the Ring of Timely Strikes, right? Like, this is the Dark Souls thing. I'm experiencing Dark Souls the first time with a Sorcerer build, right? Because the Sorcerer builds make the Dark Souls game easy. The second time I play through, I'm gonna do, like, the difficult no-shield dex build, right? I'm gonna, like, like, really let the game's combat challenge me, right? And being given that option, I think, because that's the point of accessibility options, right? Is being given the option to tweak the gameplay to your style, right? Like, you wouldn't want to do it because you would enjoy playing the game difficult from the start. Or not difficult, but like, you would enjoy having full control over the combat system from the start. And I'm enjoying the game more because I can choose not to. And we both fucking win. Yeah, we both get the game we want because of that. That's, like, accessibility options. A YouTuber I watch called James Stephanie Sterling constantly advocates for more accessibility options because it means more people will play the game. I would have played 16 anyway, being a Final Fantasy fan. But I can see people who wouldn't have played this game, who, knowing the ring is there to fucking automatically do combat for them, and there's also a difficulty setting on top of that, so you can, like... yeah, to set it to story focused. Right? But are you really enjoying the game if you cheat? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, like... Ah! You didn't get me. Nope, you didn't get me. Get fucked. Like, the fact that the accessibility options are in there to make the game way more accessible for people who are just here for the story means more people will play the game. Just, that's it. And if more people play the game, the company gets more money to make more games. Pets for the good boy.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes.
In fact, I've got
Good sir.
I've got another game that I've been looking into buying because of how fucking good the accessibility options are. Literally, I'm looking into buying it solely because of the accessibility options, right? What's the one genre of video game that you think is impossible to get into because the mechanical skill required to even vaguely play it has been on the record for the past 25 years so ridiculously high that it makes it impossible for anyone who isn't already extremely familiar with the genre of game to play? What EVE Online, that's actually a good answer, but it's not that. What do you think, Fatty? What genre do you think I'm talking about here?
Just you in.
Ooh, flatbreads. Tasty.
How much for a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays.
MOBA is also a very good answer, but... and they definitely fucking should do this, but no. I'm talking about fighting games. You know, like Tekken and Street Fighter and all that kind of stuff, right? These games that require you to memorize 1,000 microscopically different inputs just to...
unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army...
Yeah. I know this is a really important story, but I want to talk about Street Fighter 6 for a second. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, I think, the most recent one, has an accessibility mode, Winged, where instead of playing Street Fighter like a normal fighting game, where you have to be like up, down, left, right, square, quarter turn, circle, square, L1 triangle, sacrifice your newborn child, you can play it more like Smash Brothers, where you just do attacks and press a directional button, and it'll automatically fill in the minutia of the combos for you, and the game stops being about memorizing fucking ridiculously complicated combos. You still have to play smart. You have to know angling it up does upwards attacks, and angling it forward does attacks that move you forward. So you still have to understand modern mode. Yeah, you're talking about modern mode. You still have to understand positioning, understand when to not attack, understand how to understand the basic fundamentals of fighting games. But the basic fundamentals of fighting games are extremely teachable when you don't have to learn them by pressing a 7,000 button combination just to get them right. Yeah? To be honest, Street Fighter 6 looks super nice. If I had the money and certainty my computer would run it, I'd totally get it. Plus, Street Fighter 6 has a fantastic single-player campaign. Absolutely top-tier single-player campaign. So not only does it have a modern mode to make the combat more fun and make it feel like you have a chance of winning and learning the game properly, but it also has a huge single-player campaign. So, there is so much reason to do myself if I can actually run it. Yeah, there's so much there's so many reasons for someone like me who, has never ever gotten into any fighting games except for Dead or Alive to get it, because it seems so fucking accessible. I have never touched a single fighting game, Street Fighter fighting game. None of them. No Mortal Kombat, no Streets of Rage, no Tekken, none of that stuff. Except for Dead or Alive, because Dead or Alive, I think, also is fairly easy to learn, right? And I want to immediately buy this fucking game and sink thousands of hours into it, just because it's we're going to make the game playable for everyone, not just for the people who have spent their entire lives playing fighting games.
Be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find good, shall we?
So yeah, accessibility options. Absolutely fucking required for games. I don't... How do I word it? Because I'm gonna have a strict stance on this, yeah? It's not fucking acceptable anymore for games not to come out with...
An excellent choice, my lord.
Oh, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
I don't think it's acceptable anymore for games to come out and not have accessibility options. I just don't think it is anymore. Because so many games have come out with vast accessibility options and have proven to increase their player base exponentially because of that. I just don't think it's fucking acceptable anymore. So I think games need accessibility options. And I think games need to have accessibility options, not accessibility accessories that replace the normal accessories you have to equip, and you only have a limited amount of slots. Final Fantasy 16. Why is this demo for Street Fighter 6 16 gigs? Probably because the main game is like 100.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you
What
there.
is this Dasher doing with my fucking order? They've been delivering another order nearby for the past, like, 10 minutes and haven't fucking moved.
For this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Give me my damn food!
Out of my sight, wretch.
Well met.
You're sure you don't need it? Thank you. You're sure you don't need it?
Berserker ring seems really fucking good. I didn't actually see what he's got to buy.
Gilbert smile upon you.
Cheap orchestrion roll.
You've a discerning eye.
I'm looking through it and I have a complaint that's not actually a complaint because I understand it, but my wallet cries. Oh yeah, it still has terrible monetization practices because every fucking game has terrible monetization practices. Battle Pass and microtransactions out the fucking wazoo, right? Like, I can't forgive it for that, but...
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back
Eloise?
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
Like, dude, this game is already 60 bucks. Cut me some slack on something. Yeah, it's disgusting. Having a game that costs money but then also has a battle pass and microtransactions and all that shit.
Not that anyone would take you
Unforgivable.
for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Being helpful.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road? Caravan stops next to the train.
Juicy pears! Snake you...
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Sorry, I'm, like, not focusing as much because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with my order.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Be different there.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Just leave me alone.
Alright, you little twat.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Jug of snake spit for the run.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Alright.
Come on, come on!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy,
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Alright.
Daddy.
Daddy!
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gill and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Yay! Hold on. Alright. They're finally heading towards me. With my goddamn order. Sorry for not being able to focus much. I'm just, like, waiting for my goddamn food.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the Carstones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
Alright.
Laney's Cleft is
Yeah.
the south past the camp.
Better not have scared any of my birds.
That's that then.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have finded your own.
I stuck my sword in his butt.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
There's a fucking mage.
We got company. That's the lot of
Over here!
Wolfred soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, this Theodore has a murder boner. Alright. Before we get too invested in that combat, I am gonna go pick up my food. Finally. So I'm gonna BRB. Finally acquired my food. Or even better. Hold on. Ugh. Nuts. Ugh. Alright, let's do this combat first, though.
It's that guard from Blockland. Kill him! Kill them all!
Oh, actually, I got messages from Dash support. Alright. Oh, I'm not on fucking... God damn it. There we go. Man, if only someone had told me. Get fucking gooted. Ba 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 ba. Oh, don't bump the mic. Ba ba ba.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
I'll be glad to.
Murder boner turns into the 5 minutes of fame boner.
Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
Maybe we should just keep an eye on it.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
Oh, he's a
It
bearer.
just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Oh.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones.
Interesting.
That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Heh. Oh. Hey, there it is. I was looking for the Breath of Lightning. So I'm assuming that now that we got that pass, it's going to open up, yep, side quests. I fucking called it. Side quests, side quests.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
What do you want?
Pardon me, but would you have that well-notched steel and impressive physique? I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
Oh my god, he is so gay.
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
Oh my god, he is so gay.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Oh my god.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
My dude. My good friend.
Sure he doesn't get himself killed.
My good gay bitch.
If only you arrived. Now I just need to see about getting the. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire, and most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sure.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
I'm sure, I suppose. Seems a bit silly of a quest, but, you know.
Hurry, man. I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Bugger me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route to the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem, ma'am.
Out of my sight, wretch! I know you.
Come on, come on!
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
Everyone's leaving their post early for this drink.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The Empire's your enemy, not us.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Oh, you want to try it too, do you, Clive? That's hilarious.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
If our new arrivals had brought...
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Yeah. Did we get our cup as well? Doesn't seem like it. Rip. None for us. Sad face.
Let me carry your goods.
This is everything.
Order for hire. The best service.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down.
Uh-oh.
Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Hopefully, yeah. Alright.
What's that then?
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Nice person.
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
I suppose that is interesting, though. He has a point.
I'll give him that.
Whatever chopped this hole in the world also cut through these ruins in a really significant way.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
Listen to your mother if I were you.
Interesting. Alright.
Did Joseph's thieves really lock their stolen wares all the way out here?
No. I don't think so, anyway.
think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. This one. This one. This one.
Ba, 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 ba.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
How interesting.
I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages. But if I'm honest, I like them better than half the men I've served with.
What? I can't hear you. I can't hear you over the... I can't hear you over the goblin. Okay, bye. Wee. Ow. I'm gonna get the sparkly and then I'm gonna go to the quest. Sparkly. Oh, really? And so the very...
Not again. Alright then.
Man, these quests kind of have no self-awareness.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
I swear to fucking Christ. Yeah, just a sigh. Just a single solemn sigh. That's a mood.
This one. Slow.
Yeah, well. Good work. Good combat.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt, and once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, A captive ear was all I really desired.
My dude just wanted to fucking info dump for a bit. I get it, man. I get it.
Have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late, and so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
My dude really wanted a stripper to... My dude out here bought a hooker, but just info dumped on them. That's all. He didn't, like... He was like, I want to buy an escort, but, like, I just want to cuddle, you know?
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
My dude really out here just hiring fucking escorts. Oh, this one. Just to cuddle.
Joseph's fine. We'll be back.
Food was good.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Come on!
Jug of snake spit.
Ooh, ow.
Juicy pears! Slake your
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
Here you are, Good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss has given us a job shifting the chocobo ship.
Yeah? Come here first. Close your eyes, put your hand in. Just do it. Take a few. You went to fucking... I didn't go, delivered. There you go. If there's anything in that pile you don't like, though, you can drop it back in. Yeah. Love you. Hey. Mwah. All right.
Stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
Gooch certainly has the body for a blacksmith. What he doesn't have for the blacksmith is the fucking voice. How many blacksmiths do you know that have these massive hulking bodies sitting there with their shirt off, bang, bang, slamming at the hammer, and then you walk up and they're like, "Hi there, what can I get you?" I'm sorry? I said, what can I get you? We got swords, hammers, axes, shields, plate armor, whatever you need, as long as my nan's okay with it. As long as your nan? Yeah, my nan. Anyway, what can I get you? I hate it. I hate Goot so much. His voice is the worst. Whoever thought casting that voice on that character was a good idea needs to have both their eyes and their ears checked.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hide us to protect you.
But mercenaries...
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Man, Joshua's really risen up.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
Respect.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, From a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Oh, I hate her. Like, she's a really good villain so far.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Oh, it's him and his gay.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Woo! Hell yeah! Get her! Get her done! Oh, you can even see it in the fucking map! I didn't realize! Look how big it is! It's a gaping hole! Oh, mommy! God, I'm so gay!
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
And they're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty. And half the market stalls too.
Hmm.
The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Stolas, like Hell of a Boss is like the gay in Hell of a Boss.
What is it, boy?
Hey, look, a tip.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Torgal.
That's a fucking good dog who can jump that high.
This way.
Come on, show us what's happening. Oh, we still don't really get to see it.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Boots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Guard, watchman, or sentry is to be slain on sight. Spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear. The people are to come.
Those were Imperial.
Alright, I've got to talk about game design for a second. I'm already noticing that the bright blue lamps are like lighting the way in what could be seen as kind of a complicated bit of navigation. Ooh, there's one down there too, actually. I'm wondering. Like, look at this. Look at the path of them. That's very clever. You gotta love really good game design like that.
What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
I just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to. be glad to fall into a sewer.
Crap.
Ward secured, Cap. None of the empty forces remain. They gather the men. We press on to the council chamber. What of the men and women in the market district?
Dion is causing trouble.
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Ah, a goods lift.
And Jill is here too.
Where in Gringo's name did you come from? Go for it. Intruders! Defend the gates! Over here!
Oh, an actual dragon. You son of a bitch. Get off! All right. Stop! In the name of love, before you break my heart.
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
In the prince's name, none shall pass. This one.
Come on, go through the door. Oh.
Enemies on the rampart! Kill them! Over here!
Can you see him anywhere?
Well, hello!
It must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
Hey there!
to move.
Get him! This one. Nice try. Get him!
Bring the beast down. Ow! That was a lot of attacks at once. Hell yes. That was fun.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Goods, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
The hell is it doing up there? Bahamut.
Is Bahamut gonna shatter his own crystal? Nope, but he's destroying his own city.
do this.
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yot, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
Yeah, clearly something bad happened. Aww. What the fuck? Okay.
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
You mean you won't be giving it away for whatever. You're a cock.
Just let me get me stuff out. You want us to make you something?
Wow.
Anything else I can make for you? Is there out else you need? Out else I can do for you?
You be brave now, boy.
No, such a good doggo. I reckon the game is giving us this point to, like, save. I think I'm gonna do just that. Honestly. Ugh. And I might call it here. This is a good, like, midway stopping point for the stream. Haha, I'm in the middle now. So, if you like what you saw, be sure to follow, and if you want to be notified of when I go live, type exclamation point Discord in the chat to get a link to the Discord channel because I post every single time I stream. Tomorrow will be more Genshin Impact. We'll be continuing the event. And yeah. See ya!